are here because you are part of the physical inventory, either data entry or audit portion. There are a few of you who will be doing everything, but that's kind of a specialty spot, and we'll talk about that later, okay? First thing I want you to know, there are 3 tag counters, this is your inventory tag, to every data entry operator. So if you're doing data entry, you're doing it for 3 people, okay? Auditors, you can be almost anywhere. You're going to be in your own area to start with, your own assigned area, but you could move to other locations, all right? So we're going to walk through the whole process of how this works. You all have tags in front of you. You also have a cheat sheet that we are going to be handing out to the tag counters, all right? I want you to look at a tag. They are going to be designated exactly how to write in their numbers and letters. You'll see over here on the left. And this is how their tag should look. If you cannot read this, you need to make them fix it, right? You need to be able to read this and be able to work through as a data entry operator very quickly, move along, okay? So it is your responsibility, and I'm gonna make every single person that's doing inventory fill out a tag, and we're gonna see if we can read it, okay? So it's important. Another thing I wanna point out, on the tags, there are units of measure. So down in this bottom right-hand corner of this sheet, in the blue are what Helmer uses as abbreviations and descriptions for units of measure in 4th shift. Almost everything is going to be in each. But you will notice on the tag, there is no each. We're using pieces. And if you follow that little cheat sheet, each, pieces, that person is going to circle pieces. Now, if there's things that they have to write in, let's say they have to do a pack, they're going to have to actually write in PK under the unit of measure, all right? Okay, that's what tag counters are doing. You have a stack of tags in front of you. If you don't, actually, we can't use those. Forget that, disregard. I want you to click the data entry screen. If you're a data entry operator, click that data entry screen. You should get at the top your name. You need to put your name in. So for now, you can put just your first name. We don't care. You may, we may ask you to put your full name in, but you'll be in the same area. You having trouble getting it to come up? Okay, let's go back to home. You're going to put your name in, and you are going to add your counters. So you see down there, there's a little spot. You can do first names. You can, whatever you go by with them, you're going to know who they are. You're going to know your team. You can add and take away from that screen. So you can add people, you can take away. You can be a counter, which in pick and pack, you are going to be a counter along with the counter. Data entry operator, okay? So you can put yourself in there also, all right? Everybody have 3 in, okay? If you have a screen, everybody have 3 in, okay?
3 counters?
3. How are we doing? 3 counters in? Okay, you are on the screen we need you to be on. Okay, at the top, I want you to put a 4 to 5 digit number in. We don't have tags that are clear for you, so go ahead and put in a, just put in a 4 or 5 digit number and see, press OK, and see what happens. Oh, that matches it. That, you've already used those batch, so try another 4 or 5. You have 10 tags in a batch that have to be accounted for. Every single tag that goes out has to be accounted for. Somebody messes one up and kicks it under one of the racks, make them go after it.
I think I'm going to switch that.
Okay, so this is how we are going to count. You should have a gun, except for you guys that we took it away to see what would happen. You should have a scan gun. You have these codes that are location codes, along with FLR, floor, which is a majority of what we have. And then you also have part number tags, okay?
Yeah.
Is Heather up to, did we, you don't have anything else? You are gonna scan, nope, first thing you're gonna do is put your zone in at the top, otherwise you'll error out. So put your zone in. You will know what zone you're in. I don't know the zones by heart, so just grab a zone, any zone you wanna be in, okay? And then you are going to get down in stock and bin, and you're going to scan one of your locations. So scan a location and see what happens. Pop in there. Oh, you gotta be on a back. You have to be on a, yeah. Did we not pick a tag? Everybody good?
You didn't tell us to pick a
I'm
tag.
so sorry. You have to pick a tag. Look at that. I'm being shamed by Cody.
Okay.
How are we doing? All right. You are going to put a person's name in. On this tag, that person's name should be down at the bottom, or their initials. You're only going to be working with a very select group of people, so it's not like you have to know exactly as a data entry operator everybody in the building, okay? So you'll know who they are down here. You're going to grab them, and then you're going to put the count in. You as a data entry operators are not counting. You do not count. We need you to put data in, okay? Now, I will qualify that by saying, if you see that there's 30 of this unit and they put 3, you're gonna go, who did this tag? Or who's the data entry operator, or what's happened here? Bring them over, get your count right on the tag, and then enter it from there. You don't have to put incorrect data in just to get the wrong thing. That doesn't make any sense. Talk to the person. Why does this only? They forgot to put the 0, they were in a hurry, whatever, okay? Okay? And you're gonna see it go into the screen. You should have the screen. Anybody get an error? Y'all good? How are we looking? Good? Okay. You'll stay in there as long as you are in that screen. Yeah. Actually, it'll stay in no matter what unless you change it, okay? I'm gonna have you void a tag, all right? So you've grabbed a tag. I want you to hit void on the tag. I want you to get an error that we're going to get. Doesn't matter which tag you use, just hit void. Why you would void a tag? Let's talk about that. You would void a tag if somebody has just messed it up so bad you can't even read it. You're gonna make them recount, okay? You can't even read their tag. They've messed it up so badly. You also will void tags if you're at the end of your area. So let's say final test. You guys are gonna count pretty quickly. You get to the end and you have 3 more items to count and you don't have any tags. You have got to go to inventory control desk and get 10 tags. We are keeping them in 10 no matter what. We're not dispersing 3 tags at a time. 10 tags. You would have to count the 3 and void the other 7. Okay, so those are the main reasons you're going to void a tag. Does that make sense? Good? Okay, let's void one. What did it say to you? Do you need a counter name in there? Okay, good. Got it. We got to know who, we got to have a counter. If it's at the end of the line, just pop somebody's name in. No one cares if. Let's keep going. I need you to do 10 tags. So just keep scan. Let's just get them all in. Try it the next round.
That one didn't work.
We should. Let's do that next time. Good?
I get to make them.
Okay, yeah. So just. But do not submit your batch yet. We're going to do that together. you doing? Still plugging away? Oh, you just floated them all. That's good. No, because you have one there. Kids, that's what happened. I don't have a scanner.
Okay. We'll just keep going.
We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and we're all gonna submit. So you ready?
Well, I wanna see what the answer is.
1, you guys need to take pictures of anything? No? 1, yes?
So it did take a part numbers of the location.
It did take a part number. 3, submit. Okay, see how long it takes. You should nice. Okay, good. You all get a screen that you're successful? You're successful. Isn't that great? That's good to know. Okay.
Everything just lies to me today.
We are now handing the tablet over to the auditor. If you want to be, yeah, Zach, you're an auditor. Brian, you're an auditor. Okay. All right, you need to get out of wherever you're in and go to that little house button. Go home. Don't really go home, but go to your little home on your tablet. You cannot go home. Yeah, Cameron Brooks tried that on me. Go to home. All right, and go to, you should have 2 tiles again. You're going to go to the auditor screen. You have got to put, your name will be one of the drop downs event as an auditor. So right now it's not. Grab somebody off that list. Just grab, it's all people in IT. So you can grab anybody. Okay, as an auditor, this is your password. I want to talk about passwords for auditors. When you're all got this, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Auditors will have a password. It may change daily. It depends on how we secure. We have got to keep it secure. You cannot share your auditor password, say, hey, I need to use the restroom, go audit this screen for me, here's the password. You cannot do that. If you do not know the password, you will have to contact IT or Seth or Troy at the inventory control table. They will be the only ones who know it. This is extremely important that this be secure, because you guys that are auditors are doing a recount on a couple of items. So the auditors are saying, hey, these guys are checking things. Okay, everybody in your screen? Okay, grab the zone of the person that did your count. So Leanne, Heather, whoever did your count, go ahead and grab that screen, and you should get a list of items. Okay, the ones in red were voided. The ones in yellow need to be audited. Now, they will suggest what you need to audit. There's a random selection. It will be one, if it's in the voided screen, you guys have enough voided that you're only gonna have one. You have to have 2 successful recounts out of every 10. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick one of those. Let's grab one of the lines, and then you're gonna go to a recount screen. At this point, you can audit the location and the counter. Don't do that. Don't worry about doing that at this point, okay? You're gonna put a recount number in. Let's put one in incorrectly so you can see how many they counted. Make it different and submit it or update it. I think there's an update screen. The auditor is the final word. So if you're an auditor, your word is final. Now, please don't just, randomly select which what you want to do because you know somebody's wrong, and then put it in. You're going to grab somebody and say, wait a minute, I got 8 here. Why do you have 7? Let's count together again. Okay, let's count. You want things to be right, okay? So you can submit that one as you have the final word. You're the auditor. You say it, okay? Now let's count another one and count it correctly.
That screen is not working very well.
On this one?
Too sure.
So we count.
You only have one to audit?
Yeah.
Okay, don't submit yet, if you would. So if you have more than one, are you guys, have you counted one right and one wrong? One right, one wrong? Oh, don't, okay, so you have one right, one wrong?
Yeah.
Close your batch, try to close your batch. You have to get one more, because you have two that were correct with the recount. It's going to require you for every 10 tags to get 2 correct with the person who counted first, okay? So your recount is the same as the other count, okay? Do we need to all submit at the same time? Yes? Okay, is everybody ready to submit? We'll go 1,
That's not the same history.
okay, just, okay, any questions? Auditors, I wanna make sure you know, you guys are running the show. If there's something that you see out of line, somebody's not counting right, or if you're a group leader or a manager, you can say, you're not doing that correctly. Let's figure out a better way for you to count. Let's have you count this, that kind of thing. I wanna talk about weight counts. So you will all have scale operators designated in your area. So if you have 2,000 screws, we do not want you counting those, okay? So you can make a guess, anything over 100, you probably want a weight count. So your scale counters will have a scale and a little bin on it, and if you have 2,000 screws, they're gonna put 10 in there, and they weigh this much. They're gonna push the little piece button and put, there are 10 screws in this. That little computer inside there figures out how much each of those screws weigh. They get that set, they dump the whole 2,000 in there, and it will say there's 2,000 screws, okay? So you're really not weight counting screws, you're going by each. So on your tags, just so you guys know, you can help those people doing tags, they're gonna be doing pieces here for those screws that they're weight counting. This is weight count. Okay. Got that? I couldn't even get that concept yesterday, so. Seth had to take me out on the floor. Show me. So just so you know, that's gonna be a thing, all right? Gallons, you're gonna guess how many are there. Will we do ounces? Questions? You're superstars, thank you very much. Good, you're free to go. Thanks much.